From inside Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Ready to go? Here's Nico
Leading off
Warner.
tonight for the Cubs, the second baseman, number 2, Nico Warner.
Late swing, fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a bouncer. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. Just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Alex Bregman, batting with one down, takes a strike. Rasmussen, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets them involved in the action. The 0-1. And that one fouled off.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Stays alive. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook it.
So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Crow Armstrong with a homer in his last game. Walls. Off balance speed. There's one. On to first. Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Rooker.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball.
Runner on the go.
That's the
ball
ball
outside. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
And it's second.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
And on second, 2 down. Swings through that one out in front that time. Tap softly to the right side. Line drive, base hit. Crow Armstrong around third. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Seiya Suzuki will hit next. Now.
No, that missed.
This one in the air, center field. Mullins under this one. And that is that. Back now in Tampa Bay, and on the hill for the Cubs, number 70. And it's singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
Well, because he doesn't have plus stuff, it's going to be critical that his skipper keeps a close eye on him. Second time, third time through the order, we see the OPS jump dramatically.
Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit. Diaz with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
One.
To third. Bregman to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
The first base.
Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, Boog. One reason for those long balls comes from the lineup being aggressive and confident. If they maintain that approach, they could hit a few more today.
At the plate, Jonathan Aranda.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. 10 hits in his last 5 games.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. And we're level. It's 1-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Making his debut here in April, Chris I think we have to assume that means they see him as an important piece for their pitching staff this year.
I think so. I mean, they wouldn't have him here if they didn't feel he was ready to pitch at this level, and this is a great chance for him to prove himself.
Good job to fight that one off. Tied up here in the early going. The 0-2. High fly ball, right field. 2 away.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, Cedric.
And the batter now, Cedric Mullins. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-2. And there's a ball. Right side. And the inning is over. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Busch went deep in his most recent game. Busch throws right, bats left. Batting sixth in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is over 400. That one ripped right center field. And this one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a leadoff double.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Ha!
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second.
Ball.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. See you later. Dansby Swanson blasts one out. His first homer of the year, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 3-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swinger on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Got it! Great leaping catch.
timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys in the corners because, you know, especially when it's a right-handed hitter for third baseman, you don't see the ball all that well going through the zone. And if it's a left-hander, you got a better shot at it because you can see the ball going through, see the contact. And so that jump isn't always on time. Sometimes it's a little early, sometimes it's a little bit late, but that one was perfect.
Moises Ballesteros, the next to hit, takes ball one. The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. There's the strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. 0 for 1 so far. Two down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field not.
Struck him out looking. Cubs had 2 on this homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Rays, Jake Fraley. On the ground to first. Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
The second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Here's Gavin Lux to hit.
Ball.
Popped up. And there are 2 outs.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 40, Nick Fortes.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Nick Fortes.
Hurt. That missed. That's a ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Bregman.
Bregman batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And here is Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Crow Armstrong with another scorching run of play lately. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Fraley takes it in for the out. 2 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Rooker.
Here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker. Just
That's
missed.
the ball. Outside.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Foul ball. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The 2-2 on the way. Now one
That's
missed.
the ball.
Payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Into center. Mullins in pursuit. Makes the catch. Inning over. Cubs are down quietly, but they still lead at 3-1. As we go
And leading off
to the
for
last
the
of the
Rays,
third.
the
Now up
left
for
fielder,
Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson.
Simpson.
Line to left, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw, and he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Batting ninth, the shortstop.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Taylor Walls digs in now. And he lays down a bunt. Corner, the flip, but it's not in time. Base hit. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Grounded out his first time. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get ground ball, double play.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Here's a 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
The first baseman, number 8,
Jonathan Aranda now at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Runners at the corners, one away. Here in the second game of the series. And he takes one right on the black. And it's 0-2. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. In comes the runner from third, and now they trail by 1. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Flied to right his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Walls at second. Aranda at first. One gone. That one inside. Look out.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swinging, it's a strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Cedric Mullins. Grounded out his first time up.
Yeehaw!
Two aboard, 2 outs. And fouled off. In the dirt. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Two on, 2 outs. Grips one to right. Full extension, makes the catch. What a play.
A bit of a do or die there. He lays out, makes the diving catch, and he strands a couple of runners.
Back here at Tropicana Field. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki.
Ball.
And the 1-0.
Ha!
No question about this one. It's out of here. His second of the year, and they add a run. It's 4-2.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
So up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Foul ball there.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And the 0-2. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's Dansby Swanson. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground to first, and that one finds its way through. And a man aboard.
Up next to the Cubs, the catcher, Carson.
Here's the catcher,
Kelly.
Carson Kelly. He's 0 for 1.
Hee-haw!
Man at first, one away. The 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Swanson over at first with one away. Just
Outside
missed.
ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just misses
ball.
with that one.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two down. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Simpson under it. Makes the grab.
Up next to the Cubs, the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros.
And up next for Chicago, Moises Ballesteros. His first at bat was a strikeout. You'll want inside, almost got him. The 1-1.
No, that's out.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two now. This one smoked on its way out of here. He made him pay for that one. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Oh, sure, there's a big grin on his face right now, Boone. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Drew Rasmussen won't go any further tonight. And the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Steven Matz comes on now. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Matz.
So back to the top of the order. Nico Horner, the next to hit. Rib up, but it curls foul. Two down, nobody on. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now a two-out opportunity for Alex Bregman.
Up next to the Cubs.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's Alex Bregman, 1 for 2. There's a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
On the ground to short. The throw to first. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 6-2 ball game. Bottom of the 4th, and stepping in for the Rays, Jake Fraley. Fought off foul.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Pulls that one foul.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that'll make you smile out there on the mound, or maybe pump out your chest a little bit farther. That's about as good of a backdoor curveball as you'll ever see. Right on the black, and not surprisingly, just locked him up in the box.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. The Rays down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Rays, the catcher, number 40.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball. Fastball for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong ranging back. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. We've played 4. It's the Cubs 6, the Rays 2. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show Chicago. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
But misjudges this one, and it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Brent.
Now the Cubs four-hole hitter, Brent Rooker. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the fifth. That's a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And 1-2. No outs. Runner on second. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Man at second. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one the other way. And he makes the catch. Running tags at second. The tag.
He's in there.
See.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, Suzuki.
High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
Ball, that's outside.
Pro Armstrong stands at third with one gone in the inning. That one lifted to left. He makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
The first baseman, Michael Bush.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Bush.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Two down, nobody on. Check
go?
swing, tried to hold up. Now it appeal to third. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. Swings through that one for strike two. This one in the air, center field. Mullins moving back for this one. And that is that. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cubs 7, the Rays 2. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
now up
off
for
the
Tampa
Rays,
Bay, Chandler Simpson.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot. Well, these
No, that's
Rays,
in.
as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Soft contact in the air. Makes the catch. One down.
The batter, number 6. Shortstop, Taylor. Whoa.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Taylor Walls. That's in there. That's strike one.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
The Cubs leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Out number 2.
The batter, number 2. Designated hitter, Yandy.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz will hit next.
Nope, that's in.
And a foul ball. That one ripped, but foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for Tampa. They're down 5. It's 7-2. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game. Now it's going to be Dansby Swanson.
The shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
So a man aboard. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly.
Hike one.
Swanson gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Ground ball left side. Fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Cubs.
And next is the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Oh, great stop.
Well, you're already down in the game, and not just by a couple. And then that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart. As a team, they need to pick themselves up, find a way to play better baseball the rest of the way.
Out towards right center field. Fraley pulls it in on the run. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, number 3, Alex.
Dangerous hitter at the plate, and Alex Bregman. 1 for 3.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Just
no, that's
missed.
down. Ball.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swings through that. That one almost got him.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Two on, one out. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Cut on and missed. Curveball struck him out.
Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Steven Matz departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after
Now
this.
Ryan
Baker into the game. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Baker.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Crow Armstrong thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Traffic on the bases with one already in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Up the middle, a sliding play at short, and they get the out. One run in the inning, but they lead 2. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 8, the Rays 2. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Back here in Tampa Bay. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda. And first offering is fouled off. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero.
The third baseman, number 13, Junior Caminero.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
The Cubbies up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And another
No, that
ball.
missed. That's a ball.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Rays.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Mullen.
Two down, bases empty. Next to bat will be the Rays 4-hitter, Cedric Mullins.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Tap foul at the plate. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Backed off the plate that time. The 1-2.
No, that's down. Ball.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Rays held in check here, and it's still 8-2. Back now in Tampa Bay. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Rooker, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Action in the pen down there. Joe Boyle, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Englert also throwing. The 1-0. Just missed.
Hee-haw!
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Rooker not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge, and it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki. In the air, right field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the first baseman, Michael.
Now at the plate, Michael Busch. First offering way inside, almost got him. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Two down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
Man at second here with 2 away. So up next for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer.
Oh, yeah.
Busch at second with 2 down. Out towards right center field. Fraley moving under it. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Cubs. They lead at 8-2. here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, well, you know, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway.
That's in, ball.
The 3-1. And it's fouled away. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball out.
Two-0. Outside corner. There's a strike. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. That one ran inside, almost got him. And a payoff pitch. In the air, right field. Rooker on the move. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Rays, the catcher, number 40,
Nick Fortes, next to hit for the Rays. And a foul ball. There's a strike.
2.
That's down and in.
Ball.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. It's the Cubs 8, the Rays 2.
now pitching for
Welcome
the Rays,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Mason Engler.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Leading off, Carson Kelly. And that one hammered. Mullins moving back for it. And out of here. Carson Kelly takes him deep. His second of the year. And they add to the lead. It's 9-2.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So up next for Chicago, Moises Ballesteros.
Down, ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. In the air, left field. Simpson settles under this one. And there's one away.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner.
That's the ball.
The 1-0.
Hey.
Engler, the tall righty, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Fraley takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, number 3,
Alex Bregman, the next Cub to hit.
No, that's down. Ball.
Two down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt. And it's 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Here's a 2-0. And that's outside.
That missed. That's the ball.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now a 9-2 ball game. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago.
Now pitching for
Back
the Cubs,
now, new pitcher on the
number
mound as we
45,
roll into the bottom of the eighth, Hunter Harvey.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Chandler
Leading
Simpson
off for the
getting ready
Rays,
to hit.
the left
Maybe
fielder,
expecting a bunt here.
Chandler
Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Simpson.
Here, what?
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Bregman takes it in for the out. One down.
The batter, number 6, shortstop Taylor.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Hey, ha!
Here comes the 0-1.
That's high. That's a ball.
The Cubs up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. The shortstop
Ball.
takes the ball. That's off the
No, that
inside
missed.
corner. And that's ball 3. See the
Yeah.
velocity 97 with that fastball. Payoff pitch. Now there's a bullet down the line.
No, that's a foul ball.
And that's ball 4.
Take your base, ball 4.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter Yandy.
One gone, runner at
Diaz.
first. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ground ball. Off balance speed, there's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. Through 8 full, it's the Cubs 9, the Rays 2. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show Chicago.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Rays,
It's the top of the
number
9th. And there's a new
36,
pitcher on the mound,
Joe
Joe Boyle.
Power slider guy, Dave. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
number 4,
Digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Cubs, the right
Brent
fielder,
Rooker
Brent
digs in now.
Rooker.
Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Crow Armstrong, the lone runner, stands at third with nobody out. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that's the moneymaker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Suzuki swings through it for strike 1.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Front 2.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Fires to third, but he's back. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2-2 on the way. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The first baseman,
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run. Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Runner at third, 2 away. And that misses.
Ball.
2 balls, no strikes. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cubs lead 1, but they still lead it 9-2. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the ninth, Jonathan Aranda now at the plate. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. 0-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Good eye in that spot. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. No challenges left for them now.
That's a ball.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
third baseman,
he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So digging in, Junior Caminero. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. That hits the corner. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Cubbies up big in this one. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. The 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
The center fielder, Cedric.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Cedric Mullins.
Hee-haw!
Here's your 1. On the ground.
That's foul.
And foul ball. Aranda, the base runner at first with 1 out. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Here's the 0-2. Jackknifes out of the way. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Down to the last out for the Rays.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The Rays down to their final strike. And that one moves his feet. Hit on the ground to the right side.
That's a foul ball.
Just foul. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fastball is outside. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Stays alive. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Popped up. Bush under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take the first 2 games of this series on the road. This one ends the final 9-2 for Chris Singleton.